Hey there, hi, welcome to the channel. I am Garrett and thank you for joining me to look at some incredible design in live action. Courtesy of my friends at Toll Brothers, you have got to see how incredible this foyer, living room, dining room is in this beautiful home. Have a look at this over here. I mean, wow, look at this. All of the details are coming together here for me, and I am so excited about what I'm seeing here. Let's start with these sconces. There are no words. These are beautiful. Look at them. This is actually two sconces, one upside down, one right side up, and they're projecting light at each other. And so we're not looking at an exposed bulb, we're looking at beautiful cascading light along the wall. It's gorgeous, and I love the round shape providing softness in this space. All of these lined up here. This is great, and it just really fills this space in because this foyer, it's very open concept. It flows beautifully into the other spaces. So to create a defined space in this area, this light fixture is doing it for us by filling in this entire ceiling. It stops short here because this is no longer a part of the foyer. This is just something else. This is the staircase area, but this area is defined by that spectacular light fixture. I also love this door. Out here in this foyer, this patio kind of area, we have two big planters, a great water feature. We love that, but the doors are really working in our favor here because they're extended a little bit taller than the door in the living room beyond. I love these beautiful windows up top, bringing in so much light. Side light windows are spectacular. We love the glass door here. I mean, the black hardware really is giving us modern design at the scale of something that really feels spectacular. I mean, let's be real. This is a great entry to the home, and we do have some privacy walls outside, so not everybody that drives past is looking inside, and I absolutely think that's a great design detail. But this is all about bringing the outdoors in, indoors outside. It's about having great flow. You could open this front door and open the door in the living room and just have great, tremendous flow. We've got beautiful breezes happening today here in Las Vegas, and it would flow inside and out. That's the lifestyle this kind of detail offers. Look at the texture of this beautiful artwork. We have framed in here, it's covered in glass, so it's well protected, but the texture is providing us something beautiful. And this is a woven tapestry-like thing. It's a piece of fabric of some sort. It looks beautiful. Also, the matting on here being in like a box weave linen. Just gorgeous. I'll get the close above it. You can see this table is beautiful. I'm not usually the biggest fan of something floating, but if you're gonna do it, this is a great example of how to do it. It's not projecting too far. It's a beautiful table hung at table height, and I love the live edge. Once again, softening up a lot of the hard finishes in this space. Look at the way it's styled on stage. We're referencing and pulling back all of these creamy tones, the golds in it. Love that, and the two stools underneath. If you're gonna have something like a big long table here, you got to fill in underneath it. Having these are wonderful because if someone comes over, they can set their bag here, they can sit down and take their shoes off, they can put them underneath. It's a really clean way to do this. Have a look at the living room because there's a lot of reference points here that you need to see. First of all, let's start with the layout. I love this layout because it makes this open concept space feel very interesting. It makes it feel like this is the defined living room space because we have the back of the sofa here to the kitchen, but it's all open to the front door. So we're getting great light flowing through the space. It feels very open, welcome, inviting, but it's definitive in the fact that this is the living room. All of the lighter tones are referencing back to each other because we don't have like, this is a harsh contrasting white and that's a cream. We have this soft, natural linen-like color on all of the furniture pieces, and it's actually tying back to a lot of the wall tones in this space that I once again think are just spectacular. We have a lot of great texture happening in this like boucle blanket, the velvet pillow. Once again, we have tweed finishes over here, great cut velvets, and this is actually embroidered and it's beautiful. Texture on this face here. I mentioned in a previous video in this house that a lot of the wood tones used work beautifully and combine with other wood tones, or they have a great layered feel to them. Here's a prime example. This is a deep black stain on this table that's tying into the darker grains of the wood floor. This is a white oak with a whitewash finish, beautiful, and the rug is once again great because it has that natural creamy tone to it, but the darker gray is referencing back to some of the darker gray finishes on some of these pillows and accessories. Black iron side table over here is wonderful because we've got black iron windows, black iron stools, black hardware in the kitchen. All of this is really beautiful, and I love the size of this coffee table. It's so hard to find a coffee table that's actually big enough to fill this space, and this one is massive, but it's the perfect size here. This wood tone ties in to the darker tones of the wood floor and the chair across from it. It also has similar tones to the cabinetry, so while it's not the same tone, I would consider them to be a match or close enough just because there's enough reference points that it feels natural. Have a look at the accessorizing on the table. We have, once again, a lot of these creamy tones that we see throughout this space, and darker tones on the books on this coffee table that are tying back to, once again, all of the dark contrasting features. This ceiling detail is not one to be missed. Look at how impressive this is. It extends from the kitchen, actually from where the oven cooktop are, through the vent hood all the way up around into the living room. This ceiling detail is incredible. Also, take note that the vents have been painted to match so they blend in seamlessly. And this light is just wonderful. It's got a tulip-like feature to it, or like lily pads, I guess I should say. And I love that the light is projected upwards onto the base of that pad. It's almost like an umbrella. It creates a soft glow in the lighting. This is a beautiful, spectacular feature without it being in your face, and it fits the space beautifully. Sometimes you just need that big, large, overwhelming light fixture, but other times you might want to use multiples. This just is design. This is great design. And if you're looking for great design in your home, be sure you consider working with a designer. But be it a project that's large or small, you could always book a one-on-one interior design consultation with me using the link in the description box down below, or going to intro.co/GarrettLeChic. Now, you've also got to see this. We've got bookcases on either side of the fireplace. This is the same finish the cabinetry in the kitchen has. All of the white accessories are really great. And yes, this is a little more generic. I mean, we've got the books wrapped in paper because maybe you don't want to see everybody to see the titles you have going on there, but we've got lots of black accessories, great pieces of artwork, wonderful scale and height happening in this space. Have a look at this. This top shelf of the bookcase aligns with the door frame here, and then the upper part of it extends well beyond that because we're bringing great height into the space. I also am loving the fireplace. Now, I may not normally say put a television above your fireplace, but the only way it works is if you have a linear fireplace, and here we do. But the tile finish on this is the gem. It's a matte finished brick look tile that is really bringing in great texture, but there's also a really beautiful gray grout in this tile. That the gray is not harsh, it's not a platinum, it's not something shocking. It references back to the gray of the countertops in the kitchen. Have a look at the dining room over here, because this, once again, you absolutely have to see this. It's beautiful. And take in the oversized windows here. This is what we would call storefront glass. It's really massive and lets in so much light. And when you have a beautiful space outside like we do here, you absolutely want to see it. So once again, cabinetry is referenced back from the kitchen, the same black hardware we have there. Be sure you check out that video if you haven't already. And by the way, now would be a great time for you to hit that subscribe button and join us. Become a part of our LeChic family of design lovers, because we talk about design in every video. We absolutely want to have you as a part of us. So join us by hitting that subscribe button. And I would greatly appreciate if you gave this video a like or shared this video with somebody who also loves great design. Back to this space. Look at the oversized artwork. I'm always saying if you want your home to feel modern, whether you have traditional details or not, like we have shaker style doors here. I would not say that's super modern or super traditional. We have a great layered sensibility in this space. This oversized artwork is making it feel modern in the styling of it. And I think it's really wonderful. We've got some gold details referencing back to some of the other things in this space. You know, a nice little bar setup is great. The creamy travertine stone here tying back into the cream details in the rest of the home. I'm so happy. This is so beautiful. Look at this light fixture. How incredible is this? Modern design always has beautiful, spectacular lighting, and this is very much that. Even though, yeah, if I try really hard, I can look up into a bulb or whatever, the movement in this glass is just spectacular. And this is a great modern feature to think about in your home. Adding in multiple light fixtures. This is not one big light fixture. These are 4 light fixtures that are great, and they're extended well beyond the table, but they're hung closer to the ceiling. So it feels very natural and it's really beautiful. The coffee table in black is referencing to the black hardware featured throughout this home, and I love that reference and that tie-in detail. It's a long table, so we've got a few little accessories here that are great, super neutral and classic. You could easily easily take them off if you're entertaining or hosting. Look at the detail on the chairs though. The tones of this is great because it's a soft white, and then we have this golden kind of camel tone within the pattern of them that just is beautiful. It's tying back to the wood tone. It's tying into the carpet on the floor. And the reason I say carpet and not rug is because this is a wall-to-wall carpet inset into this wood floor. We've got a great border detail here within the finished flooring, okay, wrapping around this, a metal trim piece, and then the wall-to-wall carpet with a great pattern. This is a beautiful detail to consider. It may not be for everybody because it's a big commitment to change out wall-to-wall carpet, but if you want something that's not going to slip and slide or move around, this is how you do it. And sometimes you just fall in love with a wall-to-wall carpet that you can't resist. And I'd have done the same thing here because this is spectacular. But if you didn't want the commitment of having this installed as a carpet in the floor, not an area rug, you could have it cut and bound into the shape you needed, but you would miss out on this great border detail that really is selling and giving what needs to be given, if you know what I mean. Have a look at the plant in here, a little bit of life, a little bit of greenery, referencing from outdoors, and I also am loving the drapery in here. This is super simple, sheer, but it has an embroidered detail here that's really beautiful. It's giving great texture. It's referencing back some of the colors, the gray and the countertops of the kitchen. It's really beautiful, and this is a great choice for a neutral option that looks wonderful, and it's extended well above where it needs to be. It's like almost to the ceiling, which is great. When you have extra tall ceilings, you don't have to take your drapery all the way up, but extending it at least half of the way between the top of the window and the ceiling is a wonderful detail to have. Also, these drapes, they're custom in their length, okay? This is a grommet top drape with a black hardware. We don't often see that in a home that looks this spectacular because it's all about the details you're using. The materials, the finish of this fabric is what's selling it, not necessarily the top pleated detail. So having grommets here actually works in our favor because of the expanse of it, because of how large they are. And I also love that we get a little bit of that extra hardware, and it's something approachable that you don't often see in an ultra luxury home that's been spectacularly designed like this one. I want you to have a look at this area right over here. This staircase is really interesting. Now, this is not something that you see all of the time. This is actually an elevator, and they are easy to install in an open concept space. So like a double height space like we have here, you could install an elevator like this. It's a glass tube. It's so incredibly modern and chic, but also accessible. Great design should be both of those things, and you don't have to compromise. This creates great accessibility because have a look at the stairs. They're all open underneath, okay? This is beautiful. We have LED lights underneath, this great frame-like structure to it. My dogs would never be able to walk up these stairs because there's no back on the stairs, so they would have to take the elevator up. I would have to take the stairs because I'd have to meet them at the top, and I think that's fantastic, and that is true livability. This is something great happening with modern design. When you have a beautiful open staircase like this, there's also a question of like, what do you put underneath it? So we have a lot of people that are doing these kind of succulent gardens underneath, be them real or faux, but this is a great way to fill in an empty space because, you know, you could put a console table here, but it would have to be off-centered because of the slope of the staircase. So this fills in this area beautifully, and it makes it feel a little less empty. We've also got a great mirror and bench here to check your hair before you go out. They're beautiful. I love the rough, rustic detail of this bench and the black accent that this frame has on it. I love this detail here. It almost feels like a spindle on a staircase. This is a great way to bring a traditional detail in with it feeling very modern. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure you check out this one here. It's another tour of this home, some of the beautiful areas in it you don't want to miss. So check it out. Click this little button over here to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. And by the way, thanks for watching.